I don't remember exactly the ins and outs, but we were living in Essex at the time, and for whatever reason we thought it was a good idea. I think I recall my wife having some friends in the area and wanted to live near some of her friends because her family is from London. We moved out of London by then, and that was in 2005, 6. I was quite sort of blasé about the fact that I was moving wherever, but I then started to appreciate the area, which I think is quite pretty. You know, there's a nice countryside, not too far from London. You know, it's suitable for airport and all that sort of stuff. So I guess probably the thing that made me curious the most when I started sort of, you know, living here was the history and cathedral and the abbey and all that I quite enjoy. Before moving to Bury, we lived in a place called Sibley-Hedingham. It was kind of was started, you know, me and my business partner always been passionate about food, and really we just wanted to give it a go and see how it goes with literally no experience in the field. I really didn't take much adjustment. I lived in London for 10 years, and for me, adjustment is not the word. I was already adjusted. When you're young, you just adapt very, very easily.
I'm originally from Walthamstow in East London. We moved up from London in about, when was it? About 2001, so 16 years. It was radically different. We lived right in the middle of the East End. We were living in a place called Poplar. It was very multicultural, not very green. It was quite near Canary Wharf, not very far from there, but on the not very trendy side of the road. We moved from there because even at that time, it was very expensive to buy property, and we, by that time, had 2 children and they needed a bit of space. We just didn't have the money to buy a big enough house in London. I now work at the college here, as you can see by the badge. I'm hiding the badge. But I mostly have worked in theatre, that's my trade. So I worked at the New Wolsey Theatre in Ipswich when we first arrived, and then at the Theatre Royal for quite a long time. But my husband really much preferred living in London because he works in London quite often, and it means he doesn't have to travel so much. But we could get a much bigger space to live in here in Bury, and I've fallen in love with it really. I'm very big on local history, and Bury has more than its fair share of local history, which is lovely for me. I think why I was anxious to move out of London when we moved, apart from house prices, it wasn't only that, it was that I pined for some green, and I love it that with Bury you can be in the country within minutes.
Originally came from Hong Kong. From day one till now is 47 years I've been living in Bury. It's different, you know, from where we're from Hong Kong. It's 24 hours life. I have my brothers here, so I just like to come and join them in running a business. After joining with my brothers in Guildhall Street, and then several years later, we expand our business as well. We have a restaurant in Sudbury and Waltham. It's a great honor to representing Bury St Edmunds and the people who live in our St Edmundsbury as well. I never thought about, you know, to be a mayor, but it's just the opportunity there, you know, and it's quite an honor. I think you have to work very hard, you know, to achieve that goal, you know. I work as a shopkeeper, you know, and all that with my brothers. Oh, that's a lot different, you know, since 47 years ago. Very prosperous town. That's why I stay in Bury. I won't move out because I think it's a nice town, low crime rate, nice historic town. I think that's what attracted the, you know, people, like myself as well, you know, to live in Bury.
I probably see myself living on a boat somewhere in 20 years' time. I don't know, but I wouldn't mind if we were still here. But at the same time, I'll go wherever the winds blow me, really.